You're listening to The Marketing Reality, real-life marketing insight with Australian business owners. Proudly brought to you by Holly Martin of Just Holly.
Hi, and welcome to The Marketing Reality, a podcast and videocast where you can learn all about the marketing successes of Australian business owners. I'm Holly Martin of Just Holly, providing strategies for you to take control of your marketing. And today I'm joined by Grant Burchell, co-owner of Electrodry, a company that has been around since 1983. Welcome, Grant.
Hi, thank you.
Look, let's jump in. Can you tell me what are the solutions that you provide?
So Electrodry is a carpet and upholstery cleaning company at its core, and we've been around since 1983 when carpet dry cleaning was a new thing. It was the first company of its type. Over the last 10 years, the service range has expanded. We do things like air conditioning cleaning, mattress cleaning, mold remediation. Basically, the business now works to try to find cleaning solutions for services that customers typically can't do themselves, particularly where there's a health benefit involved.
Great. So I like that. It's an example of a business that got in early with a new concept, but then I guess when competition started coming in, you looked for ways to diversify and are still doing that.
Yeah, we had to. One of our other challenges actually is people now have less carpet in their homes than they used to.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that means we really have to diversify our service offering and take advantage of all of that brand awareness and the customer base that we've built over the years.
Yeah, I guess back in the 80s, every room had carpet pretty much.
That's exactly right, and it's a different world these days.
Yeah, it wasn't the bamboo flooring and, tiles have gotten extremely popular and things like that. So I guess it shows when the market changes, you have to change with it.
Yeah, you've got no choice. I mean, I think a lot of that's about health, the way people perceive things. It's about what interior designers do. They're our curse at the moment because they've really changed the nature of what people put on their floor.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's adapt or die.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I want to know, what has been your most successful marketing activity?
I reckon there's two big ones, but the first one, which is great in terms that it costs us virtually nothing except my time writing stuff, is email marketing. So
Fantastic.
for about 10 years, we've been collecting email addresses and the database had been building slowly. But 2.5 years ago was the game changer for us. We moved everything online in terms of our systems, generating customer receipts. And that meant that we gathered all of our customers' email addresses so we could send them a receipt. We still do paper receipts, but we now charge customers $2 admin fee for a paper receipt. So that makes sure that we get
incentive.
Email address from everyone. But with
fantastic.
that, we've built up a database of 130,000 active email recipients, which means when we send out an email newsletter every month, we get a great response. It generates bookings straight away, keeps us engaged with our customers and works really well.
I'm on your database, and so I agree that whenever I see it, it does give me that prompt that perhaps I need to do something and get the carpets cleaned or the couch. And I think it's that with 130,000 subscribers, that is fantastic, by the way. How do you keep them interested? Is it all promotional stuff? So if you're sending out, is it any discounts or sales that you have, or are there other things that you talk about?
We try to keep the discount or sales to a minimum, to be honest. No more than 3 pieces per year have any type of offer in them.
Great.
So we try to do monthly emails that have got articles in them that are for the customer, something they're interested in, usually something DIY around the home that relates to the services that we offer. For instance, we do mold remediation, and our last email included an article about why you should never use bleach to clean mold. And the open rate on that article was 20%, which is huge.
Yeah, that's really good.
One link.
Oh, that's fantastic. I talk a lot about the fact that when you're looking at email marketing, it's not about sell. It's about being informative and helpful. So it sounds like you guys have got that sorted.
I think we have. For us, it's really about engaging with customers. If we get
engagement.
That turns into dollars.
Yes, definitely. All right. Well, then what was your second most successful marketing activity?
So our company for years has delivered lots of brochures. I mean, this year alone, I think we'll deliver 25 million brochures into letterboxes around Australia.
Wow, that's a big number.
which is a big number. And what we found up until 7 or 8 years ago, or 5 and 6 years ago maybe, we used to do that all with loose leaf distributors like PMP and Salmat.
Oh, yeah.
And we found our response was dropping and kind of hitting a real nosedive. Like, just imagine the aeroplane crashing. That's what our leads were like. And we changed and we trialled using Australia Post to do it. So instead of being stuck in amongst all of the big supermarkets and chain stores, we were a standalone piece, or there might have been 2 other pieces in there at the most.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't stuck inside something else. We paid a premium for it, but the targeting was better, greater accountability, and ultimately we got a better response. We got more jobs and a slightly lower cost per lead, which is exactly what we needed.
I think what I'm picking up here as well is that you guys definitely test your marketing.
We test everything.
I love it.
I think at this point we have 14 different 1300 numbers or 13 numbers that we use for various mediums. So our rule is, if we put something into place, test it first.
I think that is fantastic, because it really is one of those things that how do you know what is working if you're not testing it, and if you don't have an objective of what it is that you're trying to achieve? And so it sounds like all the things that you're doing, you really do test, refine, try again, and when something does go wrong, you take action.
Kind of have to. The great challenge, I think, with that actually, Holly, is that some stuff's designed to build brand recognition or brand awareness.
Yes, definitely.
And in some cases, that's the most painful and frustrating advertising or marketing to work with, because it's the stuff you can't actually test.
Yeah.
Need it, it's important, but how do you really understand what results you're achieving?
Yeah, unless you're a really big company and you can do the post surveys of, engagement and brand recall and awareness, it is a little bit of hoping for the best. But I think that if you're testing everything else and you've got your messaging and your branding on point, you'll be a lot closer to success than if you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping for the best.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, we've made some bad calls over the years, but usually we can identify it pretty quickly and know to get out.
Okay, well, that leads into my last question. What's a bad call? What's a marketing activity you've done that hasn't worked?
Well, as I said, there's lots of them. The one that sticks in my mind, that one that you look back at later and go, that really hurt, was we sponsored for a period of time the live traffic report on Sunrise for Melbourne.
Yeah.
And we'd signed on actually to do it in Brisbane as well. Mm-hmm. And we'd been in the process for about 4 weeks. And this was horrendously expensive. I mean, ridiculously expensive.
Wow. Yep.
And we got in about 4 or 5 weeks, and there was no activity, no response, no feedback, no nothing from it. And we ended up having to start a campaign in Brisbane as well. That's what we'd signed for. Mm-hmm. But that was the one that I look at and go, that was possibly the worst call, value for money we've made. Yeah. We went back to TV placements within Sunrise, worked fine, great engagement, response, good value for money. But when I
guess, yeah, it's all a learning experience, isn't it?
And unfortunately, you have to try some of these things to figure out if they do or don't work.
Yeah, definitely. But it's interesting that, that's seared in your memory, so that's not something that you'd be trying again anytime soon.
No, that was an expensive lesson.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your time today, Grant. Where can people find Electrodry?
Easiest place to find Electrodry is our website, www.electrodry.com.au.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Holly.
With thanks to Paymo. Paymo is a modern project management app for small and medium businesses. Just click the link provided to learn more.
You've been listening to The Marketing Reality, proudly brought to you by Just Holly.